Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are looking at another lead code question, which is intersection of two linked lists. The question head title is self-explanatory. Here what we need to do is we need to look at two linked lists. In this case A1, A2, C1, C2, C3 and B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Right? And we need to kind of return the node where they are intersecting. So this is one flow, this is another flow. So this is where both are matching. So I need to return C1. In case there is no intersection, I need to return null, right? I hope you understood the question. We need to kind of look at all the nodes which are present in this one, look at all the nodes present in this one, and if there is an intersection or there is a match wherein a given node is common against the two, then that's where I'll say, yeah, this is the intersection point and this is what I need to return, right? Now, how to approach this problem? So there are multiple ways to approach this problem. First, let me try, you can say, a collection approach, and then I'll try to kind of work upon using the O of one space solution. Now, when I say collection, right, I think what I mean by that is you can take a dictionary, or you can take a hash map, or you can take a list, normal collection. What we are going to do is we are going to iterate through this once. We will take this node and we'll start inserting into the collection. So I have, say, A1, A2, A3, and so on, right? I have this into the linked list. Now, once I have done with this flow, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and uh, use the run it again. I'll run it again on the bth one, and I will see, does this list which I created contains this linked list on contains this node or not. If it contains, then I'll return it. So why I'm doing that, right? So if you see what are linked lists, right? Linked list, you cannot traverse through directly a given node. You need to, means you cannot directly go ahead and sit into a given node and retrieve it. You need to kind of go one by one to that node, right? So hence I'm converting that linked list into a collection, and then I can use the properties which are there. So list contains a contains property. I'll use that to kind of fetch this value, right? So let me quickly pen this down. Post that we'll see how we can further optimize it. Say I have a list node nodes is equal to new list node, right? Now I have this collection. What I'm going to do is while my head A is not equal to null, right? If that is true, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it into the nodes. Node dot add head A, right? And what I'm going to say, head A is equal to head A dot next, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to run for the other one while head B is not equal to null, right? Now in this case, if my nodes contains my head B, right, then I'll say return head B. Otherwise, say head B is equal to head B dot next. In case it is not found, I'll just say return null. I hope you understood it. It's very, very straightforward. I created a collection, added everything into that collection, then I iterated through the other linked list, and I saw, okay, do I have that particular node present in that collection or not? If it is present, then I'll return it. Otherwise, I'll move on. Right. So let me run this quickly. Intersected read, intersected A. Let me submit it. It got accepted. Now, if you see, right, what is the problem in this code? The problem in this code is that I'm using a collection and I'm storing this value into a given collection, which is again of O of n time space, O of n space, and O of n of time complexity, where n or m is the maximum number of nodes which are present in a linked list. Now, how to further optimize it, right? So, if you see, right, if I and here I'll just so say assume, right, I have, say, this one, right? So this one is your p1 pointer, right? This is one p1, this is your p2, right? What I'm trying to say here is, if I'll have my pointers say p1 and p2, and I'll iterate through this linked list until unless my P1 and P2 overlap. What I mean by that is, so this is what I'll do. So my P1 is in the first go is equal to 1 and P2 in the first go is equal to 3. Both are not matching. I'll move this forward. Now P1 is this one and P2 is this one. Now 2 is not equal to 9, right? Then I'll again move this forward. So my P1 is at one position and P2 is this position, right? This moved here, this moved here. Now what I'm going to say is, if I do P2 dot next, right? P2 dot next, that will be equal to null because there is nothing after that, right? There's nothing here, right? So this is what I'm going to say is, if my P2 reaches the end of the linked list, I'll go ahead and point it to this position, P2. I hope you understood this. If my P2 is reaching the array end, I'll go ahead and point P2 to my P1 linked list, right? And if you remember, I was at P1 at this place. So the moment my P2 became null, I made P2 at this position and my P1 will move to its next one. Say this is this one, right? Now 2 is not equal to 1 again. I'll move P2 forward. Now P2 is this one and my P1 will reach 4, right? My P1 will reach 4. Now once I'm at, now if I look at it, right, now my P1 is at the end of the linked list. There's nothing after that. What I'm going to say is my P1 will come and sit at this position, right? What I mean by that is my P1 will come and sit at this position. So my P1 will come and sit at this position, right? So what will happen now? My P2 was here. Now again P2 will move to the next one and my P1 will now start pointing at this one, right? Now now when I do next, my P1 and P2 will now overlap. I'll return 2 because they are both are equal. I'll return, right? Now what if, right? Now let's see whether no intersection will take place, right? Because that is more important, right? So what we are doing here is we are kind of creating a cyclic loop wherein P1, if I have P1, right? P1 will start from here, it will go till here, and then when it reaches the end, it will start from here and go till here, right? Similarly, if I look at the P2 one, P2 will start from here, 3 to 4, and it will go 1, 9, 1, 2, right? But that's where the question comes in. What if I'm not finding anything, right? So if you see, right, if I am at this one, say P1 was at this position and P2 was at this position, right? Now what I'm saying is P2 begins P2 dot next, right? Because we are looking at P2 move to this position, P1 move to this position, right? Now when P1 and P2 move to this position, P2 reached the end of the array, correct? When the P2 reached the end of the array, P2 will move at this place. So my P2 became this, and P1 will move to the next one, which is P1 is equal to this, right? Now P1 is at the end of the array. Now what will happen now is P1 will go ahead and sit here, right? As per what we discussed. So now P1 will go and sit at this position, right? And P2 is now sitting at this position. Now if I do next, my P1 comes here and P2 comes here. Now if you see, right, if I look at next part of it, right, P2 dot next is again null and P1 dot next is again null. Now both are equal, right? Bear with me. Here both null are equal. I'll return null, right? It's as simple as that. If I am reaching the end of the array and both are turning out to be null, then I'll return null. If both are pointing to say something, both are again pointing to something same, then I'll return 6, right? I hope you understood it. Let me pen it down and that will become more easier. So let me quickly delete this. What I'm going to say is I'll have say list node say P1. Now P1 is equal to my head of A, right? And list node my P2, right? P2 will become head of B, right? Now what I'm going to say is while my P1 is not equal to P2, right? This is what we are trying to do while both the nodes are not equal. What I'm going to say is P1 is equal to P1 dot next, right? P2 is equal to P2 dot next, right? Now what I'm going to say is if my P1, as we discussed earlier, right, is equal to null, right? I'll say my P1 is now head of B, because now my P1 will point to, so if I go through this one, if it ends, it will start from 3 position, not back to 1, it will start from 3, right? If that happens, then P1 is equal to null. Then I'll do this. If P2 is double equal to null, I'll make P2 is equal to head of A, right? Now this way, both are now pointing to two different linked lists, right? And what will happen is these two will become equal only at two conditions. These two will become equal at only two conditions. One, if both are null, right? One, if both are null. Sorry for my handwriting. One, if both are null, and other if both are pointing to one node, say 6 or 7 or 8, whatever you're working on. In both the conditions, I'll have to simply return either P1 or P2. So I'll just return P1. I hope you understood it, what we just did. I'll iterate through this until unless both of them are not equal. And both of them will only be equal if both of them are reaching to the end of the array and they didn't find anything, right? And other instances when both are intersecting at one place. So I hope you understood what I just wrote here. Now let me just quickly combine this into one line of statements so that I can further optimize it, right? So what I'll do is I'll just replace this by saying, okay, if my P1 is equal to P1 double equal to null, if that is true, then I'll say head of B. I'm just combining both the statements, right? Otherwise, it will be equal to P1 dot next. Right. Similarly, P2 is equal to P2 double equal to null. If that is true, I'll say head of A, otherwise P2 dot next. Right. I just combine both the statements, null checks and everything into one, and everything else remains the same. Right. So after normal running, let me submit it now. It got accepted. So this is it, guys. If you see, right, we have not used any other collection to kind of store the nodes. It's just that we kind of iterated through P1 and P2, and we saw, okay, when those will be null or not, and based on that we returned the results. So this guide, I hope you understood the overall concept. If no, or if you have any still having doubts, please do reach out to me in the comment section. If you like the video, please do like the please do hit the like button, and if in case you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.